watching the guys manning that turret. So you can see the little... Oh, the Mutalisks got in the way. See the little guy in there?
Yeah.
I think there's a little guy in there. Imagine how scared he must just be, surrounded by Zerg. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, dude. Feel like a badass, though. Just, like, shooting all these guys down, giant missiles.
So, anyways, we see these Mutalisks heading to Red's base. This is going to be devastating to his economy.
Oh, yeah.
As we look at the income here, Red's already kind of hurting for workers. He's 3rd place. So we see these Mutalisks just drop these workers. He's only got a few.
And Red, he was actually spawning Mutalisks as that was happening.
We see an equal amount of Mutalisks here.
I think he takes out the Spire.
Caleb decides to stick around and drop the Spire before he leaves.
Yeah. Oh, it's so low.
One shot away. He tries to get the transfusion off with the Queen, but just didn't happen.
Good effort there by Red, though, for trying to do that.
And great harass by Caleb, even though he dropped just a few workers.
Yeah. Oh, so we see some siege tanks in those medevacs. The blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's planning a drop, but that might be a bad idea with these Vikings up here.
Yeah, I really like this map control from blue. Like if you go to this ramp,
he starts to build a really interesting wall. We'll see it a little bit.
And later. I think Red's plan was, now that I think about it, to control that area as blue controls the top one.
I think he's a little hesitant. Here we are. This could be a great fight, but Red does not pay attention to these roaches. He could have just wreaked havoc with his Mutalisks, but I guess he didn't notice or decided that it was more important here. Once again, he could so easily...
I'm pretty sure, that's right.
The siege tanks have sight up on this hill due to the Mutalisks. I wish the Mutalisks would just fight those roaches.
That bugs me now.
But we see a lot more Mutalisks from Teal here. Let's look at the production.
What are those?
This?
No, these right here.
Vikings.
Oh, Vikings, I see.
It just shows them in their combat form. We see
that's right. Vezir goes for a really heavy Viking build to counter these Mutalisks.
Red dropping a lot of Vezir's econ.
Yeah.
His econ is just hurting right now. He's down at 20 workers, 10 below 3rd place out of 4. Huge saturation on this. Does not make much of a difference because the distance from the actual minerals.
Yeah, like he can
maybe not. He's still getting quite a bit of income from this. We see Caleb bringing his Mutalisks in.
Yeah.
Seeing those turrets and leaving, and huge force of Vikings and Mutalisks.
Vikings are such an amazing counter to Mutalisks.
In large numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Prefer
just one-shot them.
Looks like they're looking for a hole in their defense. Mm-hmm. These Mutalisks are also looking for a bit of a gap, but that's not going to happen. All these roaches.
Doing their roach dance.
Yeah, not quite. They haven't... Oh, they did kill... Oh, wait, they haven't done it yet. We won't spoil it.
Yeah.
So we see many Vikings.
Tons of Vikings.
Let's look at the units.
How many Vikings? 15? That's only 15 Vikings? That seems like more Vikings.
No, that's still quite a bit of Vikings.
No, I know that's a lot of Vikings. I'm just saying.
So we see these mutas coming back down here. Looks as if Red's planning on expanding here.
Yeah.
He sets up he ends up dropping the drone. Looks like he has drones here ready for
look at this.
A Maynard switch.
Teal with 20 Mutalisks already. That is a lot of Mutalisks. Yeah.
So we see him just coming through the base here.
Taking out that Queen.
Doing all he can.
Nice
it pulls... There's quite a few Mutalisks here to defend as well. But it looks like it's not going to be enough. I like to see this... the shift queuing to focus fire. That's always a sign of good micro. Here we see an epic roach dance. Something they do when... It's a tribal thing.
It is a tribal thing.
The roaches have their own tribes. Look at this saturation. I would almost say that's a little bit.
It's a bit overkill, I think. Yeah, like when you see drones kind of like fighting for the minerals.
Look at them just chilling out. Anyways, we're missing a lot here. So we see a huge front, many tanks.
I love when games get to this point.
It's so much tension. You see these Vikings just sniping those Mutalisks.
Just waiting for somebody to make a move.
Look at them bait these Marines.
Yeah.
Not enough though. So Teal's setting up an expansion in the high yield.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got many missile turrets. We see Blue is freaked out. Seen lots of air and freaked out. So it looks like there's going to be a push on Teal's main
on his
here.
expansion.
No.
Oh no, I lied. Yeah, I lied.
Remember when I said I would push his expansion? I lied. Okay, so we see the Vikings come.
So here they are making their move.
Drop those Mutalisks.
Yeah.
The Mutalisks and roaches coming from the side and just sandwich them.
It's a death sandwich.
It is a death sandwich.
Not a good sandwich to
blue
have.
And red in the middle
For dinner or lunch.
Sandwich meat. So a little too much to
of
tell you what's going on.
Yeah, you guys
These
can see.
Vikings are dropping the mutas. The Teal's mutas are dropping the tanks. Great teamwork. There's not a lot of anti-air.
Yeah.
So these Vikings just walk all over the mutas. I believe the mutas come back.
and to finish off those Marines.
Caleb at this point is freaking out because his tech is getting dropped, so he decides it's worth the loss of the Mutilisks to drop those Marines and get on those tanks. We see the tanks unsieging to try to get away, but they just drop much too fast for Blue to keep up. So, though he dropped the spawning pool, base is mined out. Not a lot that he really lost here. This is getting mined out too.
Let's see economy right now.
Income?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
So we see Teal only 11 harvesters right now. I guess they all got dropped by siege tanks in that last fight. So they know that they need to push here.
Yeah.
Because if they keep doing this at this rate, they're going to lose. Although Teal has this expansion going up here.
Big, massive. What are those right here?
Where?
This.
Oh, it looks like a Marauder Marine
I see.
medevacs. We see some Ravens thrown in. I like to see that, but Ravens seem to be most effective in groups of 2s or 3s.
For the missile turret, you mean?
For the no, not the missile turret. The Hunter-Seeker missile.
That's what I meant.
Okay. We see the Mutilisks here dropping the lair. Stimmed Marines running in, but it's not going to be enough.
Those Marines, when they're stimmed with the shield, they just look so badass.
Yeah, they're cool. But we see these siege tanks set up.
Yeah,
good. These Mutilisks,
I love this part.
Yeah, I love this. These Mutilisks are baiting these Marines, while the siege tanks just rip them apart. So we see a lot of units going down, a lot of blue and red units going down, with minimal losses to teal and purple. Great teamwork here.
Yeah. Just too much micro for red here. I think he attack moves a bit and stuff and can't control his units and can't help but lose them to those siege tanks.
It gets tricky when your base is getting walked all over. I honestly think that their best approach would have been to come from the top.
You mean come around? Yeah, no, I agree.
Instead of giving them the ledge, because the siege tanks and stuff are also safe.
I believe he tries to get a hunter.
We do see one Hunter-Seeker missile.
Yeah.
Here it comes. It drops a couple Vikings.
Yeah.
But honestly, if we saw 2 or 3, those Vikings would have almost all been gone. Probably would have discouraged purple a little bit. We see him getting the siege tanks in position to drop the lair. Mutilisks coming in and trying to bait the Marines and the Hydralisks. We see them leaving, and we'll see the siege tanks just tear them apart.
There it goes.
Here comes some more. Let's look at these siege tanks. Look at their kills.
Oh yeah.
14, 10, 14, 13. Even to those reservelings, they would have been paying off their costs. This Raven is just hardly holding on. We got lots of sniping with the Mutilisks and the Vikings just slowly chipping away at their forces. See some Thor.
Some Thors.
Some Thors in response to the mass air. I love to see Thors, especially since they're smaller.
They're like walking siege tanks.
That's very cool. I wish they had a siege mode for anti-air.
Thor siege. Jeremy just phoned.
Yeah, you just phoned me too. Anyways.
Sorry, Jeremy.